Hello, everybody. Board Game Lawyer here. It is a Sunday evening, and it is release weekend for some brand new hero packs from the card game Marvel Champions from Fantasy Flight Games. This weekend we got the Falcon, and we also have Winter Soldier. I already did an unboxing for the Falcon pack, and I did a playthrough with the Precon deck for Falcon, and I really enjoy him as a hero. And so I've yet to open up the Winter Soldier pack. Thought I'd hold off till this evening, and so let's pop open the Winter Soldier and see what is inside the pack. So likely you already probably know what's inside of the Winter Soldier pack. There's been a lot of spoilers and video unboxings and so forth of the Winter Soldier, and I've avoided them, to be honest with you. So I'm going to do my own. Take a look and see what's inside the pack so I can kind of get my hot takes as I'm going through, get some ideas of how I might like to build a deck. And I do like a little bit of element of surprise nowadays with the internet and everything. You just not many surprises anymore, but I try to avoid as many spoilers as I can. Of course, I watch my favorite content creators spoil the cards that they get officially from Fantasy Flight Games, but anyway, here we are. Let's take a look at this brand new hero, Winter Soldier. So I'll just set these cards off to the side over here. We'll take a look at them one at a time. Let's take a look at this new hero. He has a thwart of 2, an attack of 2, and a defense of 2, which is pretty standard nowadays for basic attacks and thwarts and defenses. He is a shield soldier who has the lethal protector response after you attack and defeat an enemy. Remove 2 threat from a scheme. Alright, and so he has a flavor text that has to do with the Red Room. It trained me to do terrible things. I use those skills to safeguard others now. And he has a hand size of 5, hit points of 11 in his hero form. If we flip over to his alter ego form, we see that he is Bucky Barnes. Again, he's a shield soldier, so he retains his traits as he goes from one side to the next. He's cybernetically enhanced, which is an action. Spend 1 resource of any type, search your deck and discard pile for cybernetic arm, and put it into play and shuffle. Okay, so cybernetic arm, we're going to look forward to seeing what that card is as we go through our cards today. So as usual, I'll set the hero off to the side over here. Grab me a little drink. It's summertime here in the Midwest. Heat advisories outside, and so what better reason can we find to stay indoors and play some Marvel Champions? Alright, here's the cybernetic arm. So the cybernetic arm is an upgrade. It costs 1. It's an item tech resource. Exhaust cybernetic arm. Generate a wild resource for an attack event. That event deals 1 additional damage. Oh, cool. So it is a resource. You can use it. Generate for an attack event. Okay. Deals 1 additional damage. So there is an upgrade. We'll set the upgrades over here. And then we'll look at our Black Widow, who is our signature ally here. She has a thwart of 2, an attack of 2. She's also shield, but she's a spy with 3 health. Response, after you play Black Widow from your hand, return in an attack event from your discard pile to your hand. After you play Black Widow from your hand. So you got some big attack events in the discard pile. You can go find them with Black Widow, and we'll put our allies right here. Next, we have an arm block, and it looks like we have 2 copies of it. It is an event. It's a hero interrupt, in fact. It's an attack defense. When an enemy attacks, deal 3 damage to it. If you exhaust cybernetic arm to pay for this event, prevent all damage from that enemy's attack. To pay for this event. So exhaust your cybernetic arm to pay for this event, which costs 1. Prevent all damage from the attack. Love it. Alright, so it's a nice event in his kit. Next, he has a mental punch, and it looks like he has 3 copies of this one. The mental punch deals 7 damage to an enemy. If you exhaust cybernetic arm to pay for this event, this attack gains overkill. And again, let's look at cybernetic arm again. It says generate a wild resource for an attack event. This is an attack event. Doesn't have to be aggression or anything like that. It says it deals 1 additional damage, deals 7 damage, so deal 8 damage if you use the cybernetic arm to pay for the metal punch, and it gains overkill. So a lot of damage we're seeing already that our Winter Soldier can put out. So he's going to be your, looks like he's going to be your aggression guy. All right, next is an event, and it looks like there's 2 of them. So it's Electrical Discharge. Electrical Discharge is an event, attack, another attack, hero action, attack, deal 4 damage to an enemy. If you paid for this event using a energy resource, stun that enemy. And again, we're using our cybernetic arm, which is a wild resource, and it doesn't say printed. So deal 4 damage to an enemy if you paid for this event using an energy resource, stun that enemy. It does not say printed, so you can use a wild in this case. So you can use your cybernetic arm to pay for one of the resources to deal 5 damage and stun the enemy. So yeah, a lot of attack we're seeing right out of the gate. A lot of events so far. Next we have our safe house number 30. It's an alter ego action, exhaust safe house. That's a location shield. Search the encounter deck for a minion and put it in play, engage with you, then draw a card. Okay, so all you gotta do is exhaust the safe house, search for a minion, put it into play with you, and since you're an alter ego action, if you pick one that's got quick strike, he won't activate against you. And then you get to draw a card, which I love to do, so I'm a sucker for drawing cards, so I'm gonna like the safe house number 30. Next we have a silent infiltration. Looks like we have 2 of those. Preparations. Hero response. After you attack and defeat an enemy, discard this card, ready your hero, and confuse an enemy. So after you attack and defeat an enemy, which is not probably going to be hard to do with all the attack that he has in his kit here, discard this card, ready your hero, and confuse an enemy. These are both upgrades. So you get 2 of those. And then you also get this upgrade, which is the Winter Armor, plus 3 hit points and gain steady. Love it. Anything that gets you extra hit points, so he goes up to 14. Oh, I'm really liking so far what I see here for the Winter Soldier. And then we've got another upgrade, which is an item tech. You gain the Spy trait. Hero response. After you attack and defeat an enemy, exhaust Winter Mask and draw a card. After you defeat an enemy, exhaust this and draw a card. Again, love the draw. Love drawing cards. And then we've got the Winter Rifle, which is a restricted item. So there's his gun. Hero interrupt. When Winter Soldier makes a basic attack, exhaust Winter Rifle. Winter Soldier gets +2 for the attack. This attack gains piercing and range. So when Winter Soldier makes a basic attack, his basic attack is 2. Exhaust the rifle. He gets +2 for the attack. Piercing and ranged, so you don't take any retaliate. Love it. Winter Rifle is awesome. Costs 3 though, but it is restricted. It gives you +2. That's great. What a fantastic and very powerful hero kit. This is definitely an aggression type hero, just using his kit alone. So you can use him in other aspects other than what he came with, which it looks like it's aggression. He looks like he comes with aggression, but you could play him in Justice, do a lot of damage in Justice. You can play him in Protection, so now you can do damage with protection cards as well as his signature cards. So yeah, this is your guy. If you're playing a big multiplayer game, like 3 or 4 players, and somebody's playing Winter Soldier, he's got the damage. He's bringing the damage with him. So I like what I see so far. So let's go into our aspect. It is the aggression aspect, and our first card here is an ally, which is Captain America. And Captain America says that he has a thwart of 2, an attack of 2. He's got 3 health. He's a shield soldier, and he has toughness. Response: after Captain America enters play, ready a shield character. And so far we've got 2 shield characters that we can see. So he comes into play. Another shield character is readied. So there's another ally, Captain America. Next we see Deathlock. He costs 3. He has a thwart of 2, but he takes 2 consequential for damage for doing that. 1 attack. He's a cyborg with shield. 3 health. Response: after Deathlock enters play, search your deck and discard pile for a copy of Shield Sidearm and attach it to him and shuffle. So we'll look forward to finding out what the Shield Sidearm is all about. Attach it to him and shuffle. And you'll remember Deathlock. I remember Deathlock back in the 90s. I remember collecting like issue 1 of Deathlock back in the early 90s, probably like 91 or so, I think, when that came out, Deathlock. And always liked Deathlock as a character. He's pretty cool. So happy to see another copy of him in the game. Firepower. It looks like we got a full kit, possibly, of Firepower. Yes, we do. So here's 3 copies of Firepower. And what does it do? Hero action, attack, exhaust up to 3 weapon upgrades you control. For each upgrade exhausted this way, choose an enemy and deal 3 damage to it. This attack gains ranged. Oh, look at that. And it costs only 1. Wow. So I wonder if you use the arm to do that. Exhaust up to 3 weapon upgrades you control. For each upgrade this way, choose an enemy and deal 3 damage to it. This attack gains ranged. So I wonder if you get 4 damage for each of those upgrades. Interesting. I'll have to look that up in the rules and see. But that's an event. So we got an event. And we got another event. 1 by 1. We got 3 copies of those. We've seen this one before. It came out, I think, in Nova. 1 by 1 costs 1. It's a hero action. Deal 2 damage to an enemy. If this attack defeats that enemy, deal 2 damage to an enemy. Wow. That event deals 1 additional damage. So deal 2 damage. If you use the cybernetic arm to pay for it, deal 2 damage to an enemy. Deal 2 damage to an enemy. So is that 6 damage? I have questions. All right, 1 by 1. All right, next we have a full kit of Spoiling for a Fight. It's a 0 cost event. Discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until you discard a minion. Put that minion into play with you, and what's the advantage? Ready your hero. So for a free ready, to go find a minion. And what we want to do is you want to find minions. Because you've got so many attack events, you're going to want to get them off and get the advantages of them. So discarding until you find a minion, that's the main part of the card. Readying your hero is like the bonus. Spoiling for a Fight. All right. Next, we have some upgrades. There's some ice in my mouth. Upgrades, aggressive stance. A preparation card. Nice. Anytime they add preparation cards to the game, that's a good thing, right? I'm thinking of Black Widow. Max 1 per player. Hero response: after you engage a minion, discard this card. Search your deck for an attack event and add it to your hand. And it's not even aspected. So any attack event, add it to your hand and shuffle after you engage a minion. So it costs 1. Put it out on the table. Discard. So you just have to discard it, and you can go find a big-time attack event. So that's an upgrade. Very nice. Set those over here. Sorry about the glare. Might be kind of bright over here. Okay, next we have Bambino. We just have 1 copy of Bambino because it is unique, but it costs 3 and is a tech weapon. Tech weapon attached to a shield character. While attached to identity, this card gains restricted. Okay? While attached to an identity. So you can put it on a minion, or an ally, same thing, or a hero, While attached to an entity, this card gains restricted 3 ammo counters on it. When attached character makes a basic attack, remove 1 ammo counter from here. This attack deals 3 additional damage and gains overkill. Oh man, I wish Hulk had the shield ability. But anyway, throw this on Captain America. 3 additional damage and gains overkill. Yeah, if you just found a way to heal him up a little bit so you can keep him around a little bit longer, you could get a lot of damage out of Deathlock or Captain America. Black Widow even. Alright, so that's an upgrade. Bambino. We've got another upgrade, Man on the Wall. Play only if your identity has the soldier trait. I'll have to look and see how many soldiers we have in the game. Hero action. Exhaust Man on the Wall. Reduce the cost of the next card you play this phase by 1 for each minion engaged with you. So you definitely want minions. You want those minions to be engaged with you. So very nice. Very nice. Man on the Wall. Alright, so that's another upgrade in the aspect of aggression. We have, let's see, here's our shield sidearms, and it looks like we've got 3 of them. It is an upgrade shield sidearm weapon attached to a shield character. Limit 1 per character. Uses 3 ammo counters. When attached character makes a basic attack, exhaust shield sidearm and remove 1 ammo counter from it. Deal 1 damage to an enemy. Okay. So it's a potential extra 3 damage for 1. Not terrible. Especially since Deathlock can find it and put it on him for free. So if you're playing with Deathlock, you definitely want to have the shield sidearm in your deck. Alright, now we make it to the basic cards, and we have a basic ally, Nick Fury Sr. We've seen him before as well. Force response after Nick Fury Sr. enters play. Choose 1. Remove 3 threat from a scheme. Draw 2 cards, or give a shield character a tough status card. At the end of the round, if Nick Fury Sr. is still in play, discard him. So he's a Nick Fury. 4-cost Nick Fury that has similar abilities to the OG Nick Fury from the core box. A little bit different. I still tend to stick with the original Nick Fury, but this one's not terrible. Especially if you're playing Shield theme. And you can play with both of them, right? Nick Fury Sr., Nick Fury. You can put them both in a deck, so unless you're playing Nick Fury. Alright, so then we have Winter Soldiers. This is a team up, Captain America and Winter Soldier, max 1 per deck. Hero action, deals 6 damage to an enemy. Give Captain America and Winter Soldier each a tough status card. So, yeah, I might play two-handed Winter Soldier and Captain America. Throwing this card in there. Each get a tough status card. It only costs 3 and you do 6 damage. It's an attack event, so if Winter Soldier uses it, it's +1. If you use the cybernetic arm, good card. I like it. Alright. Next we have Winter Widow Soldier Spy, which is the team-up card. So you have to be playing with both Black Widow and Winter Soldier. Max 1 per deck. Hero action. Put a preparation upgrade from your discard pile into play and deal 4 damage to an enemy. It's another attack event. That is event. Winter Widow Soldier Spy. Alright, and then next we have our resource cards. Strength, Genius, Energy. We know how those work. There's double resources of each one. That's a nice card. So it looks like that's the 40 cards that come in his kit. So next we have our Red Room Programming, which is the obligation. Give to the Bucky Barnes player. You may flip to alter ego form. Choose exhaust Bucky Barnes. Remove this card from the game. Okay. If he's already exhausted, you can't do that. So then you'd have to do the second stage of this card, which is discard the highest printed cost card from your hand. Take indirect damage equal to its cost. Ooh. Indirect damage is never fun. And discard this obligation. So that's Red Room Programming. And that is the obligation for the Winter Soldier. Next, it takes us to a Nemesis set, and Winter Soldier's Nemesis set is led by Crossbones, who has a scheme of 2 and attack of 2. Attack says that it has a force response after Crossbones attacks and defeats an ally. Place 2 threat on the main scheme. And he's got Quick Strike. So if you bring him out, you defend with an ally, and he defeats the ally, he could also come out with 2 threat on the main scheme, which would be terrible. So that is our minion from our Nemesis set, Crossbones. Whenever you drag Crossbones out, you'll probably likely also be pulling out the Hydra Hit Squad. It's number 2 of 5 in the Nemesis set. And it says each Hydra minion gets +1 attack and +2 hit points. When defeated, the player who defeated this scheme searches the encounter deck and discard pile for a Hydra minion and reveals it. So Crossbones is a Hydra minion. And you search the encounter deck and discard pile for a Hydra minion. Unless there's more Hydra minions in his set. Let's see what we got. Nope. So far we've got the high-tech armament, which is a tech weapon attached to Crossbones, otherwise attached to the villain. After you attach high-tech armament to an enemy, that enemy activates against you. Oh, that's terrible. Hero action exhausts a character you control, discard this card, and it has +1 attack on it as well. So, yeah, I could see a person wanting to certainly exhaust the character to get rid of this card. It's not good to keep it out there. And here we go. We've got a couple of Hydra mercenaries. We've seen these before, I think. If not in the, might have been in the core box. It's been a while. Hydra mercenary, who is a guard. While his minion is engaged with you, you cannot attack the villain. Scheme of 0 at least. 1 attack and 3 health. And that is the Nemesis set, Crossbones, for Winter Soldier. Then we have to stop and kind of reevaluate everything. Here's where the Winter Soldier deck, if you want to build it later, cards that you'll need for that. We have the White Widow, who is a protection ally. Cost 4. Thwart of 2, attack of 2. She is a shield spy. Response, after you resolve the ability of a preparation card you control, heal damage from White Widow equal to that card's printed cost. Ooh. A way to keep White Widow around for a while if you have preparation cards in play. I like it a lot. So that's an ally card, additional ally that you get. Then we've got another copy of Super Soldiers. We've read that before. That's like the team-up card for Captain America and Bucky, so that's nice. You could put that this copy in your Captain America deck. We've got another copy of Winter Widow Soldier Spy. We read that earlier. And we have some upgrades. Let's see what they're all about. So these are Shield Deputies. Oh, I think we've been waiting for this. 0 cost upgrade. Play only if your identity has the shield trait attached to a friendly character. Attached character gets +1 hit point and gains the shield trait. All right, so now the shield sidearm. Oh, wow, yeah. And you can do some pretty neat stuff now with making a character shield traded. Oh, that's great. So this is the Shield Deputy. These are upgrades, and you get 3 copies of it, so that's nice. You get a full set of those. Okay, good. Next, we have the modular set that's led by the Blizzard. It's called Whiteout, and if you've been paying attention to the campaign box, there's Thunderbolt's villain in there, which uses modular sets, and so they kindly have given us an additional Thunderbolt. This one's the Blizzard that we can use for that set, or you could just stash it in there, and he's got 4 boost icons on his minion side, so that's huge. But anyway, he has a scheme of 1, an attack of 2. He's villainous with victory 1. So when you defeat him, he goes to the victory display. At least he doesn't get cycled back into your deck, but he does have 16 hit health on him. Force response. After Blizzard attacks a character, search the top card or search the encounter deck and discard pile for encased in ice and attach it to the character. Shuffle, otherwise stun the attacked character. Okay, so here's the encased in ice. We'll see what that's all about. It's an ice traded card. It's an attachment. Attached to your identity. Attached character cannot attack enemies other than this card. You got to attack this card. Any player can attack this card as if it were a minion. If there's 3 or more damage here, move all but 3 damage here to attached character and discard. So, yeah, you're encased in ice, and then you have to deal with the aftermath of it after you defeat. So you got to be healed up in order to. And there's 2 copies of this, so that's pretty sweet. It's only got 1 boost, but that's a pretty cool card. I like it a lot. That's going to be neat in the Blizzard set. Then we have our side scheme, which is Slippery Conditions. Watch your step. Force response. After an ally enters play, exhaust it. After an ally enters play, exhaust it. If this is on table, it's got a hazard. I kind of 3 per player threat is what this comes out with. So you want to get rid of Slippery Conditions. You don't want your allies. Because it says force response after an ally enters play. So everybody's getting ready to throw down an ally this turn. Well, it's going to be exhausted if you don't get rid of this card first. So Slippery Conditions, pretty neat. I like it. 2 copies of Whiteout rounds out the Whiteout set. It's the named card for this particular modular set. It's a treachery card, and it says when revealed, find Blizzard and reveal him. If he's already in play, he engages you. Blizzard activates against you. If no enemy activates this way, this card gains surge. So you would have to, it says find Blizzard and reveal him. He would have to be in the victory display in order for this card not to go off. So 2 copies of that. Very thematic. I love it. So that is everything in the Winter Soldier Hero Pack. And so just here at the conclusion of my video, I did say at the beginning that this is release weekend, and I actually bought my product this time from a company that I found online called Kingdom Come Cards. It's kingdomcomecards.com. I was searching for singles and found out that not only can I buy just about whatever single I want, but I can also buy brand new product. And so I gave them a try this time, and the product arrived on release day. And so I was thrilled to be able to play with the brand new cards on release day. Where I live, there's no game stores where I can just walk in and pick this product up off the shelf or even order it. And so I was thrilled to buy my product this time from Kingdom Come Cards. So I'll put a link to that in the description of this video down below. But and yeah, thank you for the fine service. It's been wonderful so far. And all the singles that I bought previously all came like straight out of the pack. They were mint condition, and the packaging was awesome. I mean, it was not going to get damaged in transport. So kingdomcomecards.com is where I picked up my product. Not getting paid for this. Just wanted to give a shout out to somebody with some good service. So thank you over there at Kingdom Come Cards. Appreciate your service, and thank you for the singles. Fantastic. Love to have something like that, especially now that product is getting hard to find. Some of that early product's getting hard to find. Maybe you need a replacement card for something. You went to a con and you lost a card, or you damaged something along the way. Somebody spilled, soda, or got Cheetos all over your card and you want to replace it. So you can go to Kingdom Come Cards and get a single. So just I'll end my rant on that. And just finish off by saying that this hero kit looks awesome. Winter Soldier looks like he's a ton of fun to play. I'm looking forward to busting this one out. I'm going to do it this evening. I'm going to I always take on Rhino first. Maybe I'll pick somebody else this time. Maybe I'll go up against the White Widow. Go up against the Black Widow, Elena Belova, the villain. Maybe take Winter Soldier up against her and see how that works out. And I'm just going to try out the pre-con deck and see how that works out. But anyway, thanks for watching my video today. I'm the Board Game Lawyer. If you like my videos, please like and subscribe. And I'm going to do my best to put out some more content in the near future where I'm playing with physical cards. I also play online on Twitch and play with friends. and post videos. But yeah, looking forward to playing some physical cards here, especially in the coming weeks. So look forward to some more videos from me. Again, I'm the Board Game Lawyer. Take care, everybody. Have a good weekend, and we'll talk to you later. We'll see you.